Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing alright. So this was a video probably, I don't know, I guess the date is about proper because I said I was going to do it soon and that was only a couple days ago. So here it is. Hey buddy, um, I'm going to share what I've learned about a particular person and why I think what she does is killing people, it has killed people. So if people have been watching my channel for a while, y'all have picked up on a pattern, and I've been talking about a particular person. I'm using the PP letters to refer to a particular person because years ago she asked me to stop using her name. So I've been respectful to her wishes for years now. I think I've let it slip a few times, but for years now I've respected her request to not use her name. So I haven't done so. But anyway, she's somebody who I've known online. I've never met her once in real life. I've only had actually a few conversations actually, but I, I haven't been watching her channel in years. She's been watching my channel for years, consistently. She's been doing all sorts of shit in my phone. I think she watches my phone, like investigates my phone every single day. I think she does this to numerous people. She used to go by the name Thought Raider. Tells you everything right there. She penetrates people's minds and plays around with them like they're her own personal plaything. She has, in my opinion, super abilities that allow her to do these things, and this is a large part of the reason why I think she's in a state of constant hell. It's because she keeps using her abundance, her powers, her abilities in a bad way. You should not be going into other people's minds and fucking around with them and looking into all their deep, dirty secrets just to do so for your own selfish desire. Like, because she has nothing better to do, she goes around feeding off of other people. And as soon as she sees something she likes, she taps into it, she tempts it, she baits it, and she gives it a boner. Just being real. Or she makes it wet. She goes both ways. Because sexual energy is one of the easiest, if not the most efficient way to pull somebody into your net of fucking abuse, manipulation, and exploitation. And that's exactly what she's been doing for years. To me and many other humans. It's in my opinion, Zen Atman killed himself largely because of this person. I think she's been doing this to Zen and many others for years. And this is what, so as a man who's been experiencing this, I'm going to share with y'all because I'm pretty sure she's doing it to numerous other men, and so they need to be aware of what they're getting themselves into. So this is what happens, dude. When she goes into somebody like that, she's literally going into somebody's soul and she's stimulating the most intimate parts of their being. That starts with the heart. Okay, like when you get into the intimate area, the private area of somebody's being, you're fondling with the most intimate, deepest parts of who they are. Even subconsciously, if it's just sex and all this and that, and that's the agreement that you guys have, or that's the situation, there still is going to be a very deep, profound connection just because y'all are using the deepest parts of your body, essentially, the most intimate parts that are used to express the intimate nature of us. That's exactly what's happening when people are having sex. So if people don't know who they really are, and if they're having sex with people that they're not energetically aligned with, they're opening themselves up to demons. And she knows this. A lot of females know this. So they feed off of men in numerous different ways. They get us to, I'm just going to break it down, dude, because what I'm looking at, it looks like there's a lot of females out there that like to feed off of men and have men pay for them and everything that they do and take care of them. But from what I'm seeing is they show very little compassion for the men. And this would be by design. If I was the enemy, one of the best ways to fuck with humanity is to fuck with the females. If you can get the females acting all crazy and getting the men to make them do all sorts of crazy, stupid, evil shit, then humanity's fucked. Because time and time again, men are pussy whooped. I'm different. I'm not like y'all, okay? I've never been like y'all. I've always been different. Ever since I saw her, I knew it was going to be a trouble. From day one, I knew it was going to be a fucking a nightmare. Essentially, pain was going to follow if I chose to fuck with this person. And it has. So I was warned, just like I was warned with the dude who abandoned me. I was warned about him. I was warned about Josh. I knew he was going to do the thing that he did with a particular person, and it happened. So um, when those warnings come to us, like, let me just share with y'all. Like, if y'all are picking up on warnings, listen to them. They're there for a reason. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to just completely shut people off. I'm more along the lines of transmutating that into love. So this is also why I've continued to try to, like, from afar, like, care for her, but like let her know that I do actually have care. Like, I actually care about her as a human, beyond anything else or anything else that she has to offer. Her as a conscious, aware creature, I care about, as I do everybody. And I think sometimes people don't have that. I mean, I think this is why a lot of people are in these fucked up situations and do fucked up things, is because they don't have anybody that truly cares about them. And that goes back to our country and the way that it's been allowed to be governed. Because people don't feel the government cares about them. So if the government doesn't care about them, they have nobody in their life that cares about them. How are they, like, they don't know love? Like, they're literally walking around in a world where they've never had somebody that just cares about them, just to care about them. They're always used to having family members, friends, governments, jobs, people fucking bashing them, using them, manipulating them, fucking them over. And then that leaves them in a fucked up place to where they're all hurt and fucked up, so then they go and hurt people, because hurt people hurt people. It's really simple. When you break down what's happening here on this planet, it's really quite simple. It's not complicated. Evil likes to turn it into all these different ways and compartmentalize it and divisionize it and dimensionalize it and all these different things to try to make us think that we're all separate and completely different. But then they like to pull back around that whole fucking, oh, we're the same. They like to say that we're the same shit so that you get them to believe that you are just like them and evil. And the more that you believe that, the more you become like them, which is evil. So we all may come from the same source, but clearly we're all very different here. My passions and my interests are going to be different than the next person's passions and interests. And it's supposed to be that way for good reason, because that's how things grow. If we were all the same, there'd be no contrast, so there'd be no growth. So there has to be that resistance. There has to be that change. There has to be that contrast in order for things to grow. It's a part of life. There's variations of that. And this is where the evil side is that resistance that pushes people in the ways that they are least experienced in navigating. That's its job, essentially. That's what they've embraced themselves to do, is to be this part of the universe that feeds off of the destruction, that feeds off the weaknesses that they're able to feed off of. And if the good side of the force allows them to keep on being fed on, that's the lesson that they need to learn until they incur enough pain to stop allowing that evil thing to feed on them. So this whole thing has been a lesson in me learning how to not enable evil. And also to know who the fuck I really am and what I really want, and to stand my ground and not fucking settle for shit that I know is not truly uniquely not true to my unique being. The way she's been acting for years has not been, like, even close to what I am authentically. This is why I've always been like, I don't know what's going on here. I've not once ever been completely, like, in on this, because I've never once felt completely good about her. But yet she continues to come after me. She continues to give me a boner. She continues to leave little, like my comments, to leave comments on my page. Why? If she doesn't really care, if she doesn't really take the time to get to know me or any of these things, then why? Why is she doing this? Motive. Ask any detective. They're going to tell you there's always, like, unless somebody's just batshit completely crazy and which there's still a reason behind that, there's always a reason. So there's a reason why she's doing these things. She's just not doing them just to do them. She's doing them for a reason. She's getting something out of this. And it's my energy. Like, and it's not just me. Many men are doing this. Like, we have testosterone. We are more powerful beings than females. Like, we were born with the ability to grow more muscle than them. Okay? So I think that dials into part of their psychology as to why they feel they can do what they do. It's not right, though, because I shouldn't say we're really not more powerful than them. Our power is different. So we do have more of the, growing muscle mass, the ability to move things in this universe is a physical power over them. And as physical creatures, they can get mixed up in thinking that, see, this is where they know, because it isn't about the physical. If you can change the physical, get the physical to do what you want, and the physical is the most powerful force. It's the spirit behind the physical. So this is why females really have more power than is acknowledged. I mean, they really do have the power. Most men will follow what their females tell them to do. That's sadly the truth of today, even if it goes against their good moral compass, because they're so fucking pussy pound, because they don't want to be lost, because they don't want to be left alone without anybody, because the world is all about either you're with somebody and you're doing good, or you ain't shit. That's what America has turned into, sadly. So this chick will go into people whom are already a lot of times dealing with shit. She will continue to tempt them in the most intimate ways without actually caring about them in an intimate way. So it's like, why? So when she's doing this, she's getting men to be constantly drawn to her. So she's got this whole arrangement of male energies paying attention to her. And that tension is energy. That is literally a spiritual etheric pattern of information that's going to her, and because she's, tempting the sexual, intimate, pleasurable parts of our beings, we're looking onto her with fondness, with attraction, with pleasure in our eyes. So this is something she can feed off of and use to grow her own being. The thing is, it's evil to do that. Okay, this goes back into the Bible, how like there is truth to the Bible. Some of the things I don't totally agree with, but like courting people and like waiting till you guys are in agreement to be married and to have kids, I do think that there is a sacred order to mating, and we have broken that sacred order here in America. And this is one of the main reasons why we're all so fucked up. So when people don't follow that sacred order of mating, that breaks down the human psyche, and it opens them up into an evil way of doing things. And she's done this to many men over the years, and like I said, I think it's resulted in at least 2 people killing themselves. And then I've been dealing with this for over 20 years, but it has reached an increased frequency that's never reached before, ever since meeting her. So whatever she is doing, it is causing people to be more evil. All of the former friends that I've known have all, since knowing her, turned into more evil creatures. Since knowing her, they've become more evil. Not good, more evil. Less caring, less wanting to help others, less wanting to fight for humanity, less wanting to fight for friends or even just human beings or anything. They've lost their essence because they keep giving it to her. And she takes it and does whatever the fuck she wants with it. So men, and then when she does these things psychologically, when you fuck with a man's, like, even when men do this to females, it does the same thing to them. If you're just fucking with a chick just to fuck her and she's not aware of it, that's only your intention, or even if she is aware of it, it's still going to, if she cares about you and you know she cares about you and you're continuing to fuck her, then you're misleading her. You're using her for just sexual stimulation, knowing that she cares about you in a more advanced way. That's fucked up. That's evil. And this chick has known that's been my MO. I've been telling her to stop doing exactly what she's doing for years, and she's continued fucking doing it. Never once has she tried just to talk to me and just been like, hey, what the fuck is going on? Well, why are you hurting? Never once has she given a fuck. But yet she continues to come after my dick. She continues to come after my energy. She continues to come after me spending time on her. And the sad part about all of this is she's really hurt inside. But until men until the dudes that are feeding her stop feeding her, she's never gonna change. I don't think so. She continues to do these things and has continued to get to push somebody in my state, in the state that I'm in, and to do that to somebody in that type of a state is literally saying you don't care if this dude lives or dies. That's where she's at. So it's like I've been given, in certain situations, I feel like she's literally threatening my life. What she's doing, knowing that the direness of this and not backing it up with proper care, is playing with my life like it's a fucking plaything. And it's like these people, they think they're going against their human DNA. So if you watch this and you continue doing what you're doing, you're gonna end up, you cannot come back as a human being. Or if you do, it's gonna be in a similar situation as you were, which she was born into a world where her father abused her sexually at a very young age. And it's in my opinion that she had to deal with that and will have to deal with that again if she continues abusing people. This is also what's happening in Africa. I think a lot of these kids, or anywhere that people are abused, I hate to say it, there's got to be a reason. So I don't just think this is randomly happening to people just because it's randomly happening. I think when people are abused like this, it's because they've abused other people. in past lives and in past experiences and moments and in time and reality. And when they get reincarnated, that energy that they did on this planet goes into their next life. So if they've done a lot of fucked up shit in this life and they pass with that fucked upness, and that fucked upness translates into them being born into a cockroach. What is a cockroach? It's something that feeds off of anything that it can. That's what she's doing. She will feed off of anybody that gives her energy. She don't give a fuck, because she knows that to her it's still just an etheric energy she can use to fucking muster her own fucking strength and fucking be more of a dominating figure on this planet. Because that's what these evil fucking ones do. It's all about domination and self-fucking love. That's why that self-love shit, I'm totally against it. That's some evil shit that they've again turned around. They've made it appear good, but it's actually completely fucking evil. That's what's keeping people from wanting to help the kids, is that self-love crap. So this is just the beginning. This is going to be a whole huge thing. This has been a very significant part of my life. This is also what's causing many other men to continue doing a bunch of evil shit. And a lot of other men are likely under her influence and her spell, and are in a state of suffering because of her. And she has a way of making it appear like it's the right thing to do, because there's nothing else going on. So why not just go after that stimuli that stimulate? And this is also where she uses her abundance with the spirituality and the passion that she has in an evil way, because instead of using it to spread more love in the world, which was what she should be doing, what she could be doing, which would help her become more loving and everybody else become more loving, she's instead of getting people to be more lustful. And the more lustful they become, the more prone to evil they become, which is going to fall into the lines of the enemy of humanity. So what she is doing is aiding the enemy of humanity. And it's killing humans, literally. Like, I know of 2 people that have already committed suicide because of her. Largely because of her. And it's like she is that X factor that pushes them to that brink. There's a lot of things that happened that eventually led up to them doing what they did. But she chose to be that particular fucking piece on the board to allow them to do what they did. And she continued to push them, because this is the thing too, she knows where they're at in their heads. So she knows they're all fucked up in their heads, and she's continuing to push on them knowing they're fucked up. That's beyond, like, it's just beyond. Like, these people, we need to separate ourselves from these people. These are psychopaths that will eat your entrails out without fucking caring. Dude, these are completely evil people that we have become embedded with, that they want us to become more like them because they get more power that way. This is why we have to change everything on this planet and draw a fucking line from the goodness and the badness. If you ain't a part of progressing with the goodness, you need to stay over here, okay? If you want to learn and change your ways and admit to your wrongs, cool, you can come and be a part of it. But if not, then you ain't. All right, man, peace.